Alright, Shalom. First and foremost of all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone for teaching us, 1% truth according to the Bible well, and peace and blessings so select to the nation of Israel, take their spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. We'll get to the Lord's will and edifying lesson on wisdom and knowledge, being the stability of our times, the times that we're coming into, really, you can say the times are at hand. Like it tells you, this is Revelations 1 and 3, blessed is he that readeth, blessed is he that readeth, and the Lord has set up pastors according to his heart to feed us with the correct knowledge and understanding of the scriptures. Because how blessed is someone that reads and that receives the understanding of Yahweh Shema Shai, the things that are written here in the Holy Bible, the details of what's going to come, in the latter times upon the earth, which we are in those latter times, and evils are being increased, the judgments of Yahweh Shema Shai, plagues are being sent, upon Babylon across the four corners of the earth, and us who are getting this understanding, we are blessed. That word blessed goes into highly favored. In the heavens, when there's counsel in the heavens, our names are mentioned. Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in all the earth? A just man, one that escheweth evil. So we have to be, in that lot, a just man that escheweth evil, that there is none like us in all the earth. We have to strive for perfection. And how are we perfected? Through the knowledge of Yahweh Shema Shai. It says, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things that are written therein. Where are we keeping these things in our minds? Constantly meditating, upon the will of Yahweh Shema Shai, what he will bring, knowing that this is not our rest, knowing that this is not the end all be all, knowing that these people are laboring in vain, and you're seeing that. You got people who work their whole lives, and they're still living, they're through out here. You understand? Because this is the will of Yahweh Shema Shai. This is not the Israel's rest. You see? It says, and keep those things that are written therein, for the time is at hand. The time is at hand. The time is now. This is St. John chapter 4. St. John chapter 4 verse 23. But the hour cometh, and now is, that the true worshippers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth, for the Father seeketh such to worship him. Yahweh is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth, and that's all you obtaining this knowledge, this wisdom, in spirit, we understand the spirit and truth. That's the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures. This is Isaiah chapter 10. So the remnant is returning, the remnant is waking up, and they're seeing how important this knowledge is. They're seeing how important, how important it is to understand Yahweh Shema Shai's will, and they're getting this knowledge, while it's easily accessible on the YouTube, on these different alternative media sites such as BitChute, can't think of the other ones, BitChute being one of them, brothers know these other sites. I'm mainly on the tube right now. This Isaiah 10 and 20, it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, both southern and northern kingdom, who were oppressed together, are standing upon their feet. Why? Because that breath of life is enter into them. You see, from the Spirit of the Most High has been sent down, by our mediator, Yahweh Shai. It says, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them. We're no longer leaning upon Esau, Edom for help, for support, for lower gas prices. Nah, but we're leaning, but shall stay upon the Holy One of Israel in truth. We're leaning upon Yahweh Shemel Shai in this knowledge that He's given us, this truth. The true wisdom, the true way of life, the true, ways that we're supposed to be living out here upon the earth. We're living upon these things. We're standing upon the truth of Yahweh by Shema Shai. And let's get what that is. What's the truth? This is St. John 17:17. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. So this word is the truth, and we're being sanctified. We're being made cleansed. We're being made holy. You see, and through us being made holy, through the truth is leading to Yahweh Shema, leading to us having favor in the eyes of Yahweh Shema Shai. and we're gonna need that mercy. And this wisdom, it is going to guide us during these times. The Lord is a guide unto them who keep His commandments and precepts. This is Proverbs 4:4. He taught me also and said unto me, let thine heart retain my words. Meaning your mind is supposed to retain the words of Yahweh Shema Shai. Knowing that these things are going to come to pass. Now, what also should you be filling your minds with? Of course, we're using these scriptures in our day-to-day lives. We're exercising wisdom, in our day-to-day lives. So we can, we're using discernment. We're discerning in between, the right and wrong decisions. Every day is a test. Brothers always use an example. Somebody cuts you off on the road. You're gonna, you're gonna stay calm. Are you gonna, flick the dude off? And we're in the flesh. You know what I mean? It's a fight. We ultimately need a savior. But we're exercising wisdom, and the ultimate test is coming. How you act in your job. How you act in society. These things. When you read about Yahweh Shai and He healed the man. He commanded the man to pick up his bed, and to go forth, and the scribes and Pharisees said, who's this man that told you to pick up your bed? And Yahweh Shai, he ducked through the crowds. The Lord commanded us to be wise as serpents, and harmless as doves. We gotta be wise out here, and that's all through us getting this knowledge, and this is gonna be a great defense. It's going to be not only a great defense, a great comfort, Let's read this again, then I'll go into a little bit more. Proverbs 4:4, He taught me also and said unto me, let thine heart retain my words, keep my commandments and live. And we've seen, the elder brother Ariella from Dallas did a lesson today, going into what? The triumphing of the victories, the triumphs that, our men, went. The men of the servants of Yahweh Shema Shai, the servants of the Most High, received the victories they received by keeping the commandments. By being faithful unto the Lord. He went to the time of Elijah. That's having that knowledge, that wisdom. That's gonna comfort you. That's gonna keep you stable. How David triumphed over Goliath, how David fought off a bear and a lion. It tells you that in 1 Samuel 16. You see, it says, get wisdom, get understanding, forget it not. So get wisdom, apply the knowledge that get understanding, You know, the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom, and depart from evil is understanding, right? Forget it not, neither decline from the words of my mouth. It says, don't turn down the words of the Lord, don't turn down wisdom. Because what there's a war in our minds, that tells you, wisdom, is there. Once you have gotten this wisdom, is there present with you in your mind, and then what? You have your fleshly thoughts are there too. You have to incline onto wisdom. You can't decline the wholesome the wholesome words of wisdom. You see, forsake her not, and she shall preserve thee. Wisdom is preserving us. Love her, and she shall keep thee. If we love in wisdom, she's going to keep us. This is Proverbs 2:10, real quick. When wisdom entereth into thine heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul, discretion shall preserve thee, and understanding shall keep thee. You see, to deliver thee from the way of the evil man, from the man that speaketh forward things. This wisdom, is keeping us, preserving us, from the plans of these wicked elites, and they only consult to cast us down from our excellency. They only consult to create a divide, to cast away those cords, to cut that connection between us and Yahweh Shema Shai. And if we keep this wisdom, we love her, we honor her, we follow her commandments, she's going to keep us under that protection. She's going to keep us on that path, that guide us on that path, that leadeth unto everlasting life. Wisdom is the principal thing. So, you got things that are important, in this life, so to speak. You got to take care of, your bills, whatever other duties, Yahweh Shema Shai. You have to maintain while you are in this society, but wisdom above all is the most important thing. It's the thing they should strive to get for first. It says wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. With all the knowledge of the scriptures that you receive, make sure you're applying the scriptures. It says, exalt her, and she shall promote thee. You see, we're exalting wisdom, above all, and she's going to end up promoting us from this low estate, to sit on thrones, and to inherit an everlasting kingdom. It says, she shall bring thee to honor when thou doest embrace her. You see, Lord's willing. During these times of trouble, a great story is going to be written about us. You got Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. That was a great story, that was written about them during the times of their peril. And they stood for the commandments. They stood on their integrity, the knowledge of Yahweh Shema Shai. And a story, out in the Lord's holy book was written about them. How much the same for us in these times. She shall give to thine head an ornament of grace, and a crown of glory shall she deliver to thee. And that's what we are looking for, a crown of glory. And it's all through, ultimately us, obtaining wisdom and obtaining knowledge, and being able to stand in the evil day and the times that we're coming into. We got to stand now. We got to stand steadfast to the faith now. We got to honor the Lord now so he can have mercy on us. Lord's willing, part of that number. Lord's willing, we endure unto the end during the times that we're coming into. And the Lord is having a lot of mercy. You got to recognize how much mercy the Lord's having upon us. The Lord didn't have to give us this truth, this knowledge, this wisdom, this understanding. The Lord didn't have to give us his name. Wisdom is not manifest unto many, but we have it. And we ought to honor it, to the best of our ability. Give your all in this thing, because this is really all that we have. The names of Yahweh Shema Shai, the brotherhood. You know, what else do you have in this world? Nothing. Isaiah 33:6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength for salvation. You see, this is going to be the strength of our salvation. And without the Lord, we don't got no strength. We don't got no might here in America. You know, those little, oh, you got a couple shackles, a little FRN notes. That's nothing. You know, we don't have anything. It says, in strength for salvation, the fear of the Lord is his treasure. The fear of Yahweh Shema Shai is a treasure that we have taken hold on. You know, our obedience. You know, our obedience unto Yahweh Shema Shai. And that's all, you know, that's what we have to stick to. You know, getting wisdom, getting knowledge. Make sure we're preserving these things in our minds. You know, let me get this real quick and we'll close out. As Revelation chapter 3, because this is coming. This is coming. You know, the end all be all. You know, the judgments of Yahweh Shema Shai, the hour of temptation. This hour is fastly approaching. This hour is almost here. You know, and he that soweth bountifully shall also reap bountifully, and that's what we want. You know what I mean? That should be your mindset. Oh, well, you know, no, we can't be doing the bare minimum. You know, we got to abound. You know, and talk to myself first and foremost, because he that teacheth another teacheth not thou thyself. You see, there's one prophet and teaches many, but is not. There's one that teaches many, yet is not profitable to himself. This is Revelations 3:10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience. You know, you kept this word. You know, we gotta bear our cross in this truth. And when you bear a cross, you know, you gotta give it all your focus. You know what I mean? When Yahweh Shai, read the story when Yahweh Shai was bearing his cross. You know, when he's about to be crucified. You know, that took all his focus, all his energy. You see what I mean? It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. The Lord's going to keep us. He's going to preserve us. You know, we're going to be tested. You know, we're going to be tried as gold in the fire. But at the end of all, you know, we be part of that number. We're going to be made perfect. You know, it says, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. You know, so this trying is going to come upon all the world. You see, this is the ultimate test. When that charagma, you know, that's what the hour of temptation is, when that charagma is implemented, that no man might buy or sell, you know what I mean? It says, and so on, right? It says, behold, I come quickly, hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown, you know? Our crown, our victory, you know? Esau Edom is trying to steal the birthright back. You know, he's trying to steal our inheritance to the kingdom of heaven. Nah, you know, we gotta hold fast to what we have. We can't let it go. You know, let me see if I can get the definition for hold fast. And sorry if I was kind of all over the place. You know, it's kind of crazy. I guess I don't talk too much, but every time I do a lesson, silences be killing me. Don't really be talking to people on the job, so sorry about that. This is to hold fast, i.e., not disregard or let go, to keep carefully and faithfully, to continue to hold, to retain. You see, i.e., not regard or let go, to keep carefully and faithfully. You know, so Lord's willing, you edify. With that, I'm gonna say shalom.